we return to the port town of Insom, where you last left off, Andy, Jordan, Tyler.
Yes!
So last time we met up, it was just Jonathan and Andy. So Gosberg and Arungandir fooled around town. Arungandir got some magical tattoos and bought you guys 3 dogs to accompany you guys on your journey. King, Chief, and Mudfoot. And Gosberg picked up the hobbies of bird watching and fishing. So you guys are here for a while, just because this is some, not necessarily civilization, but a place where you can relax and restock your supplies, and not be on the road for a while. Everyone give the animals time to relax, give yourselves time to relax. So you're here for a little bit, a nice little stay.
Cool.
And you're staying at. Your group is kind of split up because there's not enough rooms in this town at the 3 inns and bars. So some people are going to have to take common rooms, common dorms. Which is determined...
only takes the finest of dumpsters.
Yeah, Gosberg is staying outside with Cornelius. I assume shortest straw is how the rooming situation is decided. And then
whoever draws a short
I don't sleep outside or in poor accommodations. Rogar is a man of wealth.
And
he likes to sleep in a nice room.
Speaking of such things, one of the things that was noticed is that there are a number of Dragonborn in this town because this is a port town, and Draconic Navy, Hasfun Navy, are in port at the moment.
Huh, cool. Dope.
Yep.
Okay. Gosberg talked to a crazy person who convinced him that they're here to take over.
No, Gosberg didn't. He didn't convince Gosberg of anything, to my knowledge. Gosberg just
went with it.
Gosberg just kind of like went with it. Yeah.
Perhaps it's time to head inside.
And it was only 3 minutes in, and I'm wearing nothing right now. I don't know.
All right.
Hit me in the eye.
Oh, that would. All right. We are back. We're inside. It's not raining in here. Get yourself situated.
As long as that would be a problem.
Ingram, I don't know.
Your house has sprung a leak.
Where?
Oh, no, I was making a joke. He said it's not raining in here. I'd be like, it'd be bad if it was.
All right. We are inside, and things are good. Let us continue.
Yeah.
So now you're in this port town of Insom, which has a population of Fearbolgs and these small badger-like folk called Latore, who you've never seen before, and a small smattering of these what look like bipedal polar bear folk. But yes, you guys are staying at...
Are you eating more of Cornelius?
Huh? No. That's just me. My throat's really dry.
Oh.
What? He's eating Cornelius?
No, he was doing the like thing. I was like, damn it.
Yeah, no,
Gosberg, stop eating your lion.
This is me. I have a very dry mouth right now.
Yeah, you guys are staying at two different inns. The Swanky Sea Wolf being one, and we'll say the Jarl's Barnacle being the other. There's another one called the Rusty Bucket. There's also humans around. There are
what,
humans.
Chum Bucket?
The Rusty Bucket.
Well, that's not sanitary.
You guys are in a port town. They're all sailor bars.
He took the motorcycle because it was sunshiny.
Cats don't love people, okay?
Cats love me.
No, they don't. Cats don't love anyone. Trust me, I've tried.
So what do we want to do? Gosberg is spending much of his time picking up new hobbies.
Yeah.
And hanging out at
hanging
out at the tattoo shop with Rungandir and Torvi. But what do Zafrab and Rogar do?
So first of all, I need armor for keepers.
You took the feet?
Yes.
You've taken the feat.
Oh yeah. I was gonna do that for him.
All right, so you begin work on tiny armor for peepers.
Yes.
You have to. That's some of your time. I imagine you've been on the road doing just drafting plans like how and how much can he support.
I imagine you just put rocks on him until he started descending. Just put rocks on top of peepers until it just started slowly floating down.
Like you just keep adding rocks to a little barbell thing every day, and then you realize like, no, I'm just making him stronger.
No, and then I'm like, do I put armor on top of the eye stalks, or do I just cut out holes?
Or do you just make a giant, like, just a freaking cowl that covers everything?
This is.
Maybe you should make each, like, a little visor for each one.
And then I'm like, what shape are you? What? God.
Or, if you really want to get tedious, here's what I think suggest you do. Make just a body and just have a tiny helmet for each eye.
Jesus.
If you really want to get tedious, right?
Yeah, no thanks. I'm good.
Peepers would love it, though.
He would just love to not die.
Let's put that to the test.
For once in his life.
So for the purposes of this and the fact that you have the feet, we'll say you make the armor, but we'll continue discussing what form this takes as we go on.
We should put it to a democratic vote. Who votes that it should have each eye have its own little helmet?
Wait. This does not seem like something that should be a democratic vote.
This is no longer a
I didn't vote for it.
Not my armor.
How about it's up to the craftsman and the person who ordered it? Because you're bird watching or something.
Whoa, that was my bad.
You're up a tree.
Right.
You're like up a tree somewhere. I'm in a forge somewhere.
Yeah, he's
completely
looking
different.
at the blue-footed booby birds.
I would also like to commission a statuette
Oh yeah, this.
of myself.
I know. I want to see this situation played out. By all means, commission it.
So I'll go up to it and go, hey, so I was wondering if you could make me a statuette of myself.
Statuette than a tiny one, or?
Did I miss something? Did you develop an ego problem?
Well, it's for a spell.
Sure it is.
I'm thinking about learning. But I'm probably going to learn it eventually.
I won't use it much. I'm just gonna put it on my mantle.
No, I had the joke earlier of like he's just gonna pull it out in battle and gaze longingly into his gem-encrusted eyes for some like to steal his nerves.
I'm just imagining.
It's not a spell component.
Zaphrat?
Yeah.
Just imagining Zaphrat. Like, if he makes the statue out of Zaphrat, it will just be Zaphrat with his hands on his hip and a thumbs up.
Oh, that's right. I get to pick the pose.
It's gonna be this
do you
entire
provide
time.
me ivory? Do you have ivory?
Well, actually,
I think you guys. Oh wait.
well, I did write down some of the stuff that
Darn, we should have killed one of those mammoths.
had that I had gotten from some.
I remember
from
you guys picked up a rhino horn. That's not ivory, but
small carved mammoth.
What's it carved out of?
It's a carved mammoth, so it's made to look like a mammoth.
No, but
was that from a giant's bag?
I don't know. It's from somewhere.
It's
I did
probably
write
from-
down quite a few of the gems and the gold that we got from the giant's fortress.
In any case, ivory can be obtained in this town
Okay.
because they're mammoths
So-
in Hakam.
Because
So-
we already do have quite a few of the stuff. I have written down some of the. I have written 11 100 gems, 2 1,000 gems, 3 500 gems, and 7 pieces of jewelry, 500 gold each.
No, you guys have the money for anything you want, basically.
He's
But-
saying for the sake of it has to be a gem encrusted
Yeah,
Ah.
statuette.
and
So-
we'll also I don't know what Meg has written down.
I have most of it in
Okay.
here because I realized making you guys write stuff down isn't the most efficient way of doing it, so I just
Also-
have checkboxes.
Also have 9,100 silver, 1,000 platinum, and
How much does
1,000
this
gold.
statuette need to be worth?
1,500.
1,500?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can't use fabricate. I have to
No,
actually
you have to make this.
make it.
So you just want to... Where are the gems being encrusted into?
I also do. Oh,
Do you want to make them his eyes? I just want the flavor on this.
we did find more money in the chest. I have multiple things.
Oh, make just
So
like
I'm gonna say, for the sake of hilarity,
I just thought
I don't think we remember what all the gems are. What color eyes do you want, buddy?
I mean,
I just thought of something pretty
Oh,
cool.
nice.
Imagine
color.
if you make him
Eyes
have
are
like
blue.
make him pose like this and just have a gem on each fingertip.
No, what I'm gonna do is sapphires in the eyes, and then on a little carved wand, put gems wrapped around the wand.
Ooh.
Okay.
And is there anything that I should take away from my list, or are you just going to keep track of all that?
I can do that. I'll look through the list right now. So I'll take 1,500 out of your guys' stuff. And you work on that, and you work on tiny armor for peepers. I don't know if you do you have crystals as one of your things in Witchcraft?
No, I have metals, and I have whatever includes leather, fabric, like basically the stuff for armor and weapons.
Okay. Meg, I know Torvi has crystal and wood.
Okay.
So as between the group, and then like I don't know what other people have. Between the group of you, all of you can make basically anything you guys might need for spell components. Between gems and metal and all kinds of other stuff, you guys can do it. Because you have skilled craftsmen.
Right. Plus, like, we get bonuses for helping each other out. So, like, we get more dice to roll.
Yeah, I'm not gonna roll for that because it's just a little spell component thing.
Also, I don't have my journal with all the crap
Yeah,
written in it.
that's fine. I have the PDF, but we're not gonna bother opening it for that. We'll just say that
it works.
occurs.
It just works.
When you guys want to make something unique and awesome, cool. For now, we're just fooling around.
Yeah.
I just wanted flavor on where's those gems going.
Hey, too bad we got.
He's got a belly button piercing.
He's got a belly button. And
I have
nose.
never in my life wore a midriff-bearing shirt.
You don't know if I have.
You know what you should do?
Maybe I was cloned. You don't know.
You know what you should do? You should make it. You should fill the entire statuette with like a hollow tube, so you can just fill with wine. You can just pour out wine.
Ooh, that can be some of the gold worth of it. Just stick the expensive wine you guys found in there.
That's a good point.
You guys have expensive wine. That was a thing.
Technically, we do.
You found it in the Hill Giants place.
Yeah, I remember that.
We also have another source.
I wouldn't. I
You're
mean,
not bleeding me out in order to make this statue.
We got leeches.
We don't need the leech. We just need a straw and a mouth.
And then I'm
what is he, a gas can?
Just siphon him when he's passed out.
Ever heard the suck and spit method?
For snake venom?
No,
or for siphoning gas. Yes, I have.
No, for sucking out wine out of someone's bloodstream.
I can't say I've heard that specific one.
That's how you pass the breathalyzer.
Here, suck on my arm. I'm gonna pass this breathalyzer test.
What?
It's the cops! Quick! Start sucking.
Dude, it won't work. Your blood is wine. It's just gonna make it worse.
So I'm gonna do some research on making a spell.
Okay.
What do I need to? Like, do I roll anything?
That's a good question. What do we want to do? I don't know what you want to do.
I want to make that spell to like take samples from people.
I feel like it would be like multiple Arcana checks.
Okay.
I just made that.
What spells do you have? Let me see your spell list. Because in the same vein of like my Melf's Minute Meteors coming from Fireball, I'm wondering if there's something we can base this off as a running start.
I mean, my whole idea is like to either grab like skin graft or some hair, something like that, like in the middle of a fight.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Single target?
Yeah.
You're just gonna scare the crap out of me when you need it. Last time that we had bad stuff,
Alright.
you scared them so bad.
I would like you... Okay.
Here.
I'm gonna open We're gonna use Witch+Craft for this.
And then when the
Even though it's not a physical item.
the lightning, they never wanted to go back up there.
So research... I'm gonna open that up. In the meanwhile... What are you wanting to do, Robot?
So, have they told me about Razumol?
I imagine so. I don't know if it's come up particularly. Zafrab, would you like to... I don't think anyone has told you. I think we just group like, yeah, Tyler knows.
Okay.
But I don't think anyone's in-game ever done it.
Well, I mean, I was just asking, like, would it have come up in conversation traveling?
In like a month or so? Like more than... It's actually closer to 2 or 3 months at this point. Yeah, it's come up.
Especially after seeing the ancient blue that we just saw. Actually, I feel like someone did mention it at that point. Like, someone said we've pissed off 2 dragons now or something.
Yeah.
That may have happened. Anyway, I'm gonna try to make a dragon slayer.
Alright. That is a lengthy process.
I know it is.
And also you need materials for it.
Yeah.
That would also require research, because trying to make a magic weapon, you need the finest materials.
Right.
You do have an idea of what to do, as Rose Greatsword is a dragon slayer.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that means I can use my eidetic enterprise.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things I have with Witch+Craft, I can recreate from memory an item that has the same magic components. It may have to be the exact same, or it could just be like a similar.
Let me check. Eidetic Enterprise. I'm looking for it.
I think that's what it's called.
Arcane Crafter, no.
Is it tier 3?
I'll check tier 3.
Tier 3.
Salvaged Arcanum. No Time to Waste. Craftmaster. Comfort Zone. Proficient. Okay, that's not it. Welcoming workspace. I'm looking for it.
I swear I'm not crazy. I know
That
there's
sounded specific enough. Let me check. Eidetic Enterprise.
There it is.
Okay. Using your craft, you can create the perfect visual likeness of anything you've seen in the past week. This includes anything from statues or paintings of people to exact forgeries or copies of other items. If the object you seek to emulate has unique powers or abilities, you may choose to attempt to recreate those, naturally affecting the difficulty of the craft. You may also choose to craft entirely new properties and end the similarities of the likeness only. When crafting with this technique, the likeness is unaffected by flaws.
My umbrella!
I'll go do that.
What happened?
Close the umbrella.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could you help me tie up my head bracelet that I made for Alexa?
In a second, buddy.
Yeah, for the freaking pygmy dragon things. They're going to be like I'm making them large. They'll basically run inside the horses.
Mm-hmm.
and you get to choose one of like 8 broods that you're from, because the whole thing about the dragons is that they have what are known as broods, because the whole thing is that they live in specific environments for so long, they just adapt to become essentially perfectly situated for that environment. So we have someone like the fire brood, ice brood, toxic brood, lightning brood.
Alright, I've returned. Okay. So let me look at the challenge rating, or the rarity of Dragon Slayers real quick, to get an idea of how difficult making one would be.
They're actually very common, because the only way to make a
Oh man, you want to make a Dragon Slayer? Oh, those things are everywhere. Oh
like
yeah.
a diamond dozen.
Well, I know they don't require attunement.
No, and they are rare.
Yeah.
Rarer than like rare or
As far as magic item goes, they're rare to find.
you're fine.
Okay, yeah, which is pretty up there as it goes common, uncommon, rare, very rare, and legendary.
Okay?
Crafting magic items, rares. Creation cost in here is 5,000 gold. Alright.
Well, you should all have
You have the ability to do so because you are a smith.
Yours can be different.
Presumably you work for 8 hours, you make progress in 25 gold piece increments of 5,000.
Jesus. And is an increment an hour or 8 hours?
That's for 8 hours. Thus making an uncommon magic item takes 20 days and 500 gold pieces.
Good God.
Dear goodness.
Okay. Oh, there you go.
I wish they converted the rest of them. That would make life easy for me. So it'd take a lot of time. And I imagine not much of that, too much of that is making the sword. A lot of it is perfecting the sword.
Right.
And putting in the magic and materials necessary to create it. Putting in little tiny runes into it that cause the effect, giving it the knowledge of how to destroy this creature that you are setting it against.
Right. Would it cut the time since I'm making just a copy, as opposed to like designing my own thing?
I'll say that cuts some of the time, but you weren't there for the creation of Rose Sword.
Right. Yeah.
So you're doing your best to copy it, which you will be able to do.
Right.
It will take time. I'm trying to wonder how is size and actual size is actual size, isn't it? Great sword. If you're going to use eidetic, you have to make it a great sword because the bro wields.
Exactly.
That's medium. That's a medium item. Wouldn't call that small. Great swords aren't small.
Right.
Put the rest of those in when you're done.
Okay, let's go to the top here. So for both of you, making things, we're going to go to step 1.
There's going to be a lot of audio of us reading a PDF.
Yeah. So step 1, you would have done this before you reached Insim, most likely. And that's what you... figuring out what you want to make. You want to create a spell. You want to make a Dragon Slayer Greatsword. So you want a spell that specifically just shaves off a little bit of an enemy for use of scrying.
Yes.
Okay. Alright, once the project has been proposed, difficulty Okay. Neither of these are basic or simple.
God, no.
Okay. Zafrab, I will say this is an advanced challenge for you. You're not trying to make an extra destructive spell. You're making a specific spell that doesn't necessarily have to be powerful.
He's got 4 beads.
For Rogar, we will say this is complex.
Damn, I wish I had my journal with all my stuff in it.
Oh, Enchanted Sword is right up in there in complex. Good.
Neat.
Okay.
Here, I'm gonna pull the PDF up on my phone.
DC is 5 plus the difficulty level plus 5. So for Zafrab, the DC will be 25. But don't worry, this is with the crafting stuff. And for Rogar, it will be a DC of 30.
Don't quote me on this, but I think I have one of my other crafting things is as long as I'm not crafting a legendary magic item, it's treated as 1 difficulty tier lower. I think.
I can check that, in which case you both have a DC of 25. Base materials, you need to collect materials. For you, you will need steel, and because you're trying to recreate Rose Sword, let's take a look at Rose Sword in the pictures, because that'll help me. You will absolutely need a ruby, or other, whatever that gem, whatever we want to call that red gem.
Red jumble thing?
The red jamble.
Jamble?
That's a
For
ruby.
this, what would be my tier for my trade class?
We're all tier 3.
Yeah. Tier 3 equates to your level.
Yes.
So yeah, you'll need a ruby, and you'll need gold.
I still have that gold ore.
You do have gold ore, so that's covered. And a lot of steel because it's a big greatsword. Yes?
This is for Julian.
Mm-hmm.
This is for Elijah. And this one's for me. I made him with I made him by myself, but Grandma took out all the stuff.
Nice.
Neat.
Thank you.
I think he's lost his mouse under the couch.
Alright. So those are the 3 things you need. Luckily, you're in a port town.
Right.
And you guys have many gemstones.
Can my media be spellcraft?
No, but for the purposes of this, we're not going fully off of this. So for the purposes of this, your medium can be spellcraft.
I gotta ask your mother.
And for you, materials are going to be, you're going to need ink and paper and time. And possibly some practice dummies.
Why do you all look at me?
I wasn't looking.
I
I'm looking at
mean
my phone.
scarecrows. I mean, if you want to go that way. I mean, that's...
Gosberg will take a minimum wage with dental benefits.
For getting your
I
beard
give-
shaved.
I give you a copper's minimum wage.
No, a minimum wage is 8 silver pieces, plus dental, plus health benefits, and I also have to join the union.
Is that true?
Juge is like, I do dental.
I'll give you 8 copper.
Okay.
Bueno.
So 130,
Hello.
Gosberg isn't here. I'm making a
Yes,
joke.
we are inside.
Alright, so you can do something.
Yeah, come on inside.
What's up, bro?
Could I play too?
We're not really doing a lot of adventuring right now, so I don't know if you want to do that.
Okay, wait, is that something?
No, I don't think.
No, that is our friend Jonathan.
Is there any fun contests, like local challenges or contests Gosper could do? He's feeling bored.
Yeah, there's a fishing competition.
There's a fishing competition. Gosper's gonna join the fishing competition.
Sup, man?
Sup, dude? Sup?
How you guys doing?
Doing good.
I'm pretty good, man.
Let's see.
We're making stuff.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm making the Dragon Slayer.
I'm making a spell.
Gosberg's joining a fishing contest!
Yeah.
I got some tattoos.
Um,
I'm not gonna be
Let's
able to
move.
stay all that long. But
Okay.
I did want to show up.
okay.
Be like, yo.
Let's move some of this stuff out of your way. So someone can see this.
Something's been on the cracking.
I ain't sitting in the corner.
So yeah, you haven't missed much, Jonathan. We're just figuring out crafting stuff.
Cool.
So, if I have the tier 3, whatchamacallit, what are they called? Technique, Arcanist.
Technique.
You reduce the difficulty of non-legendary match items in projects by 1 level. Would we have to have that? Because I haven't really looked at this stuff too much.
As far as projects, sure. So we can decrease your level to 20. Your DC is now at 20. We'll assume you have that for now.
Have what?
The one you said you think you have.
Oh,
since you cited it from memory. If you think you have it.
Yeah, I'm just looking to see if I can actually. I'm looking for the actual thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, we're doing a deep dive into the PDFs.
That Chianti?
Ah, here we go.
Whoa,
Here's the
stop it.
specifics of the things you need.
Is that Anthony Hopkins?
The preparations, the knowledge. You study the subject in advance. Either from source materials or an NPC mentor. High quality materials that can't be easily acquired from a shop.
Is this what we need, or things that can help us add an extra D6?
This is what you need. Just to make the thing, the special thing. They've also made armor for peepers. And
Brilliant.
yeah,
Well, they're making.
we're figuring out what form that takes.
It should be like Battle Rager armor.
Spiked armor?
Yeah.
He's
He's
No.
just a spike of balls.
Go for it.
He's a spike of balls, by the way.
Yeah.
So he's a spike with a bunch
Just
of balls.
throw him like a death baseball.
I think that'd be cool. Like you could bring him into like
Yeah.
no one would be the wiser. You have a flail, and then the flail starts floating on its own accord. It disattaches from the chain.
And they start shooting rays every turn.
What the hell?
No, here's what I'm
It's a
thinking.
magical
Right?
item.
No, here's what I'm thinking, right? You have like the armor for the body that's normal,
When did you get
but then you
Super Mario
have a
Odyssey?
helmet for each head.
Yesterday.
You did?
For each eyeball, I mean.
Is that
So you
why
have a
it was
helmet
the
on
last
each
thing that you
eyeball,
played?
and each one has a
Platoon
tiny
is in
visor.
Step 1 is
the link box.
Okay.
Odyssey. Yes.
So another thing, you need assistance. You recruit a fellow player or NPC of appropriate complementary skill to lend a hand or provide guidance in the effort. The NPC must be different from your mentor, and the skill cannot be identical to your own.
Oh, you guys are figuring out like the skill thing,
Yeah.
Wait,
the job thing.
would I need that forecast for creating a spell?
At the very least, you should consult with someone.
Can
you're
I use a
thinking about-
library?
Are you thinking about making a spell?
You can certainly ask.
I am making a spell.
You are.
Yeah, he is.
You can ask around. We'll say you're at the inn, you're trying to figure out, and the bartender, this little Latore guy who's about your size, a little taller. It's like, what you want?
I was wondering if you had a library around here, or some place of magical study.
Nah,
No?
general store sells some books.
Alright, I guess that would.
So-
I guess I'll get the general store.
Spits in the cup, wipes it clean.
Why do you keep doing that?
That's unsanitary!
Looks at you and slowly spits.
Harper, at the bottom of all this, it says you may choose to acquire one or all of these preparation advantages before you begin your craft
Okay.
action. However, you can only earn each advantage once per project. So we don't need all of these. They just they give us an additional D6 to roll,
All right.
so that the check is easier.
Nice eye bag of mine.
Dude, thank you.
I got
I went as
destroyed
Doctor Strange to Ren Fair.
See, I got
I
destroyed
went to Ren Fair
during
too.
Infinity
I got
Wars.
chainmail.
I saw at Ren Fair. I saw like the whole cast from Critical Role there.
I
Nice.
fucking hate you. You went the week before we did.
Magic and Monsters.
Yeah.
I went there. They were in some really cool garb.
Yeah.
I said, hey, I appreciate the work you do.
Yeah.
Call me up. And they're like, oh, dude, we could use you. And then now I'm recruited for. No, I was like,
I would slap you. No, I saw a bunch of because we went on Heroes and Villains Week. There were a bunch of people in like cosplay of the characters. It was
really?
pretty cool. Yeah, it was really cool.
legit. I was
Alright,
close to buying a sword, but I bought a pike instead. It's called the Hobbiton.
I thought. No.
Oh, very nice.
I got that.
So yeah, you can choose to do these things. You don't have to.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do as many as I
So
can.
knowledge, high quality materials, assistance, sacrifice, and generosity, which is if it's a gift. So you two can't do those unless you're gifting the Dragon Slayer to someone else.
No.
And then the person gives
Do I
the
put
bread.
Does it say
the
that
pink
stuff?
and the green one inside the link box?
Yes.
Dragonborn Slayer.
Sacrifice. You sacrifice something of personal value.
Oh no.
I
That's
don't
what
know if
Wolfrat
you
is.
can do
It's
that.
an elf slayer.
Zafra.
Wolfrat is an elf slayer.
You know, Wolfrat has like the image of a screaming elf on it.
It does.
Yeah,
Um,
I love it.
Just this really
don't think
frightful
that gold
weapon maker.
nugget you found is unless you've
imagine
grown
you
really
started off-
attached
No,
to it.
I have a thing.
Okay.
Start off with the normal axe, but then
You can recruit a fellow player to help you, or NPC. He's definitely an option. Yes.
Did you pick a John?
I mean,
Or,
I figured we're gonna be the crafting buddies
I don't even
because
know
like
what this
I
is.
can make
The
weapons
skill is-
real good and he can enchant them
so
real
you can
good.
do like a bunch of different things.
We're the
Like
dream team.
metalworking, crafting,
Oh.
woodwork.
Gosberg
And then as far as
Oh, just
you
not-
can
those
you
are
can
good.
find assistance
I mean,
for
he-
your
he's just
spell.
doing
You just have
fishing
to
and
ask among the
bird watching.
spellcasters of your group.
What?
You had to pick up the freaking
Bro, I don't know. I just pray.
Yeah, you have a cleric, a bard, paladins. Mudfoot can do something. You're not exactly sure
Oh,
what.
druid.
You have a druid.
You also
It
have a
was
paladin.
like,
Couple paladins, yeah.
Two at Rose on here.
Yeah. Well, you guys.
I don't know
Well,
if
you
they
guys
can
are doing
provide much
things.
Insight.
Well, you guys are doing things. Ro is undertaking the quest of fatherhood. So, raising a
What,
black
just sitting on
dragon.
an egg?
Chasing a dragon, making sure it doesn't eat.
Oh shit, that thing
Other-
hatched?
It was.
Oh, did we find it hatched?
Yeah, it was like a.
Oh, okay.
You were there.
That was
like-
3
I
months
was.
ago.
I
It was
was.
a little wormling.
It was 3
Gosberg.
months ago, dude.
He did. Oh wait,
He did. Yes.
Yeah.
I was there.
That was that.
I'm sorry, it's not working. What?
Gosberg made the argument that if it turns
It's
out
not
evil,
working.
he'd always
It's in there,
defeat it.
but
Why do you think I'm
it's
making
like
the dragon
it won't
slayer?
let me.
No, I'm not saying.
No, but I'm like sleeping with one eye open watching that thing. Like, I don't trust that thing as far as I can throw it.
Yeah.
Gosberg
You're in your in room, and you just like
Is that what we're gonna name the dragon, Sandman?
the dragon already has a name.
What's the
Oh.
name?
Razumal.
You're just like
I named my bow after him because he's gonna get it some.
I just like the idea. You're like in your room, and you like there's like a crash of lightning outside, and you look one eye open. You look out your window, and you see a black dragon face,
How is there lightning?
and it just raises above the window,
Speaking of lightning, there was a
watching
few
you,
flashes
and then
outside.
disappears. And you're like, wait, I'm on the second floor.
Oh, yeah.
Where is it standing?
Also, it's a black dragon. It spits acid.
Ooh.
No, he's just Batman.
Okay.
Now that Ricky has been removed from the plot, we need another
yeah,
shitty
come on.
Batman.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Oh.
You know what?
So Jordan, what things are you going to take? Knowledge
Yeah, I can take knowledge.
and assistance are
Yeah, I can.
what are
ask
available.
Rungandir, maybe, to help me.
Yeah, what do you need?
Hi, well, I'm going to try and create a spell, and I was wondering if you could help me
Sure.
figure it out.
What do you need me to do?
Stand there in rage.
You would have raid.
Or he can also help you by basically using his own knowledge.
Well, let me.
Yeah.
I
She'll
think,
say.
what do you need me to? What are you trying to do here?
I'm trying to create a spell that I can use in order to take a sample of someone in the middle of combat for the scrying spell.
Oh. Okay. What do you need me to do?
Help me figure out how to do it.
Okay.
Not quite sure all that I'm going to be doing for this spell yet, but I'm wondering if I could have your assistance.
You have it.
Alright, thank you.
Alright, and then I sacrifice something
I
personal
don't know.
value.
You can do that.
Can it be a person?
Huh?
I'm sorry, little one.
You see like a Rungadeer's hulking body? We need your body.
I sacrifice the dragon. No.
Yeah, I don't know if you can do that one.
I guess I could try and do.
High quality materials.
In what form you're creating a spell?
I guess.
Because materials.
That's the tricky thing about this one, is that it's not physical in the same way as most of these projects are supposed to be.
I use a higher spell slot level than I would need to.
Okay.
I mean, what the spell actually really.
I'll say with your theorizing and whatnot, I'm gonna give you this one for free. You're thinking force is probably the right way to go, as far as that, and you could base it off magic missile in a way, but less powerful and more for the specific effect.
Yeah.
You can now begin the crafting attempt.
Yay.
So
3d6s, right?
3d6. Is that right?
It's a d6 per
left my
each
backpack
tier.
Yeah.
So
Can you bring it?
3
There's
plus a
the
d6
top
for
row has a
knowledge.
bag of dice for you.
Are you? Did you get like fine materials or anything, or are you sacrificing something for the sake of it?
I'm
He
using.
has knowledge and assistance.
So
5d6.
5d6 plus your
Yeah, the very top one.
straight intelligence, or is it going to be Arcana?
I hope it didn't spill.
We will say it's Arcana.
And you have it.
Okay, just bring it over.
Would you have expertise? Because part of leveling up is you get expertise
Just 2 things
in
fell out? Not bad.
the tool of your trade.
This isn't a tool, so we're gonna say
Casting spells isn't a tool.
You're a tool.
Thank you.
My uncle, your character is blue.
that's Meg's,
So.
and the color changes.
Wait. Sometimes you use a.
I'll allow it for now.
Okay.
And
Sometimes you
wait,
use
so
your character as different players.
I don't think you'll need it. You have high Arcana, huh?
I have. Yeah, I have 9.
He does. I was
Normal
just.
Arcana. Okay, you get to roll 5d6.
Ooh.
Okay.
And
So I'm not getting the high quality materials for using extra high spell slot level. No.
what do you
I
have
think
to,
this will be enough.
what do you roll for? What do you have to make? For
So-
He has to beat 20.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
20 or 25?
20 because I'm
you
choosing that I have.
you
the-
decided you have the
yeah,
thing
the Arcanist one.
that lowers.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
It's
The
for-
20. Okay.
Got it. Right.
It's for it's mainly for magical stuff.
You can do it.
It's
Teach us later.
Oh, so you have the thing that I have that makes
magic.
magic a tier lower.
Yeah.
Got it.
And
I need to figure all that stuff out. I don't know.
okay, so it's this plus my Arcana at expertise. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah. I mean, you're gonna make it. So no, we're gonna make it challenging. No expertise.
Okay.
You have a +9. You're fine.
Right. Sure.
Are you doing the Boon Bane thing? No, because like
It's a spell. So
Yeah,
I'm
it's a
not gonna
spell.
bother.
Are you sure that would make it?
so that's
What is that? That's
5, 10, 11,
+9.
20.
20.
Okay.
He just makes it.
You just. There's like a little explosion.
What is going on? Gosbridge is gonna be a doof. I just want to be a doof. I want to interject some comedy in this. So while this is going on,
So yeah, we
Gosbridge
have
is
a
just walking
montage.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, go.
We have a montage of Zafrab practicing with the spells, and he's working on this force magic, this specific cutting force that can. And he's like practicing on a dummy he's set up just outside, just off the outskirts of town, cutting little bits off it. And Gosberg is walking by.
Gosbridge's walking by with Buck in a fishing rod. It's like, yo, Zafrab, I need your help with something.
Wait, so are we doing Fawn Boon?
Are we doing fun?
No, not for this.
Trying to shake my head. And it's like montage music's going on.
I think the flaw I'll give it is that it deals a little more damage than it was originally going to, which isn't ideal because you wanted it to just not kill people but give you a
Well, I
thing.
can, because of tier 3, I can reroll one of them, I believe.
Go for it.
Zaffron, I need something small and edible to put at the end of my line.
Okay. Because I had rolled 2 ones.
Yeah.
So now it's only 1 1.
Yay.
Alright. Now instead of a D4 or a D8, it'll deal a D6 of damage.
So, what
Yeah, you're walking by and like the spell goes a little as he's still crafting it. And like a little bit of blood comes out.
Is that a narrow on the pretending to be my bait thing?
I'd rather not be bait. Wait, I'm sorry. Did you ask me to be bait for you to fish?
Yes, well, I actually said it nicely. I asked you if you wanted to help me with something, but then that happened. And so I assume I already had the answer.
I'd rather not be bait.
Okay, well, you want to be my assistant, sit on my head, throw spears at the fish?
Well,
we're kind of in the middle
Yeah.
of something.
Okay, good luck with your murder spelling. He's just gonna walk
So,
off.
what is the spell's intended purpose?
To grab a sample from someone so that I can scry on them later. If we get into an encounter with someone and it doesn't end in us killing them.
Okay.
Call it blood drive.
Moment of truth. Alright.
Moment of truth, you did it.
I'm gonna stand in front and I'm like, do it.
I was gonna say, I honestly think you said you already just
We're
did it
both
right
like
now in
sweats coming
Godsburg.
down, both of our faces are like.
so let's see. So how are we gonna do this? Is it gonna be an attack roll or a saving throw, or a combination thereof?
It will be an attack roll.
Right.
My AC is 17.
Oh wow.
You're a wizard though. You hit me.
No, I expect it to be higher.
Yeah, no crap.
You expected it to be higher?
Yes.
Really? Oh my god.
Alright, so I guess I'm gonna. That is, I think.
Oh, it's a
that-
second level spell.
Okay. So that just hits 17, I believe. Yeah, with my wand. So then you said it's a D6 of damage.
Yep.
Cool.
6 damage.
Alright.
So you send this little force blade, and it cuts Aranganir pretty deep. Ow! I mean, it feels deep. It doesn't, but it has the desired effect. There's a shaving of Aranganir. With a lot of blood, so...
Disgusting, but fun.
So I'm guessing that kind of ends up in like some kind of force-created like vial.
We'll say the little blade takes it with it.
Okay.
You want it, yeah. And it's just kind of holding it there and returns to you.
Ooh, spooky.
Okay.
Okay.
I assume it worked.
Yeah.
But did you have to cut me that much?
I mean, that wasn't the original intention for it to cut so deep.
Well, would you say it's a success?
Yeah, for the most part.
I don't understand this spell though. Wouldn't you rather just aim to try and cut their head off or something?
Well, it's useful for if you don't think that you could really win a fight, or if you don't necessarily want to win a fight, but you want to be able to spy on them.
Yeah, win in what circumstance would you not want to win a fight?
Maybe you'll find out one day.
We'll see.
Alright. So you have now made a new spell, which you can name at your
Yes.
leisure. Zaphrab's...
Blood drive.
Zaphrab's...
Zaphrab's donation.
Zaphrab's blood drive, Zaphrab's...
Call it the Red Cross.
Oh my gosh.
Zaphrab's minute cutting.
Zaphrab's minute sample.
Alright, for you...
Zaffrav's sanguine drink.
You're not drinking it, I hope.
Base materials.
No.
You need.
It's all so
Iron
I can
and
turn my
steel.
blood back to normal.
You have
blood.
gold.
So here's the thing. I have.
transfusions.
I was going through, and I think I was able to pull all of the features that I had.
Mm-hmm.
So one of them, I can smelt down a magic item and use it as high quality material.
Mm-hmm.
I can also smelt down with the Runeforged, or not more Runeforged, the Salvaged Arcanum, melt down a magic item, get high quality materials, and then have some of that magic go into what I'm making. So, what I'm thinking is I have the magic spear, the +2 spear, so I'm going to melt that down for the +2 and the high quality materials. Then I'm going to, as sacrifice, I have my my set of smith's tools that is handed down to me. It's a feature. It's the I forget what it's called, but essentially, like, it's a family heirloom set of tools, and it breaks, but I can repair them. Let me see what exactly it's called. Where is it? Inherited tools. You gain one set of your choice of tools handed down to you from a beloved family member, admired colleague, or esteemed mentor. Once per month, I can count as having an extra knowledge source. At tier 2, if the tools become lost, they reappear. If they are destroyed, I can always recover enough of them to perform repairs. And at tier 3, you may gain the knowledge benefit during preparation whenever you use the tools on a project. And because I get knowledge from copying it directly, I get knowledge twice.
Okay.
So that stacks, so that's 2d6. High quality material from the spear. Sacrifice the tools, which I can repair. The help of Zafrab is another d6, and then the 3 that I get from tier 3.
Okay.
So this is a lot of reading and crap. And then what ability check is this?
This is a smithing check. As far as abilities, that's a good question.
I mean, I have athletics.
I'm trying to decide, because that's the interesting thing about most of the tools besides Steve's tools, is you can't find a way to accurately track them to an ability score.
Romeo, you ready?
Which I do have expertise in Smith's tools. So.
Watch out, Romeo. There's the cat there.
Crafting in general.
We will say a lot of smithing is knowing the right timing and everything. I'll say you can use your wisdom.
Wisdom, okay, cool. So it's going to be...
It's noticing things and making sure everything is okay and knowing when to take things out.
So it's going to be wisdom plus proficiency twice.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, wow. That's... Okay. So, and this does get boons and banes.
It does, but they cancel each other out.
They do. I have...
3 boons, 2 banes.
Yes, so...
But you can reroll one of the banes.
If he took the thing, I believe.
No, it's an automatic.
Is it automatic?
So, I will do that. I can do it once, and I have to take the new roll.
Roll that.
Cool, got rid of it. So...
Now you get 2 boons.
18...
Well, I think that's only for the fine tuning part, so I think it still counts as a 1 for purposes of seeing if you succeed.
Does it? Okay.
Because it's
the finishing touches. No, it's geared to yeah. You learn how to relax and achieve greater control of the craft action during the fine-tuning stage. You may reroll 1d6 in your second result.
That's not a feat. That's a thing.
Yeah.
That you just get.
Yes. It's part of the second tier thing.
All right. Cool.
So it still counts as a 1. So I have to. What's that? So it's 32. I'm going to assume I pass it. I'm at a 32 without my wisdom.
Yes, you pass.
Okay. Now let's figure out what I want to do with this 2 boon thing.
2 doubloons.
I believe
actually,
I get to choose
yes, you do.
doubloons.
Oh, and because I have the Salvage Arcanum thing, it's a +2. Because I can take the magic
Yes.
from something else.
Salvage Arcanum, you coax the magic items when adding. If the result, when adding high-quality materials with pre-existing level 1 to 4 to a project with difficulty 1 to 4.
Which mine is a
Yes, it's
difficulty
4.
4.
Okay. Roll a d20. If the results are equal to or lower than 4 times the difficulty project level, then the new item inherits.
So it'd be a substantial boon.
Equal to or equal to or lower than 4 times the difficulty project. So if it's
80?
No. Project difficulty level. Equal to or
so
lower than
16?
yes.
Okay.
If it's equal to or lower than 16, it inherits the old properties.
That's an 8, so it does.
Yep. You're good.
Cool.
All right. So you begin work, which takes much time.
Oh yeah, that's I'm
but you
fine
do
with
it,
it.
of crafting a +2 Dragon Slayer greatsword,
Wow.
which won't be done for some time. So you don't have that as far as going into the next game.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of fine, small, detailed work. A lot of late nights at the forge. Melting down the gold you found, the gold ore you found, and putting it into the exact right shape.
Mm-hmm.
Shaping the blade exactly to the exact millimeter, what it has to be. Finding the ruby among the gems you have and cutting it and working it into exactly the right details, and then working with Zafrab and enchanting it and imbuing all these properties from the spear into the blade, and then yeah. So eventually you will have a Dragon Slayer.
That's really cool.
And I will have I've written down how long it takes you guys to get from each place to place. So I have to go back into that and see when that gets done.
I'm also gonna buy some more spell components. Basically,
I need a locket with a picture of me that I can smile at.
Oh yeah, you missed it.
I know this is really short notice, but actually something just came up and I have to get out of here.
All right.
I know I just got here and it's really annoying.
Roll a d20 for me real quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna use this.
Oh, shit.
So Gosberg, you go and begin doing the fishing
Not
competition.
yet. While he's making the Dragon Slayer thing, right when he's about to finish, Godsfist is gonna break out, go, and he says, "Hey, buddy, what you doing there?"
I'm shirtless in like fireproof pants, beating the absolute crap out of this flaming hot piece of metal.
Neat. I've seen.
I
in the snow.
You don't even register as being there. Like I'm focused on this.
You okay?
Yeah.
You there?
Add survival.
Hello? You listening to me?
Jabbles is there and he's like, don't bother him. He's in the zone.
Danger zone.
Damn, and I wanted him to make me an ultra fishing rod.
Danger zone.
I need the super rod.
An ultra fishing rod.
I'm tired of catching Magikarps.
I also wanted him to make me a bigger bucket, but whatever, fine.
You didn't. Did you buy a bucket? You had a tank.
Yeah.
I don't know if you got a bucket.
Yeah, I got a tank, but I didn't know what to do with it.
You were using it as a bucket.
Yeah, I was using that as a bucket. Anyway, so
Doesn't
you know
have
what?
a
You
handle.
can do. You're doing you. I'm just gonna leave a.
Survival, is it?
Yes.
I'm gonna blow a
28.
kiss and just leave.
25.
28.
So you go to the fishing competition.
Yes!
Arungandir is there. And he's ready, and he looks like he's set on winning this.
Oh,
As the grand...
no.
That's what I had him roll for. So you can go now.
Oh, You know, I've been told I'm a pretty good fisherman.
I've been told I've been known to kill my competitors.
We're not there. We're doing stuff.
You can be there if you wish. Just trying to study. Well,
I'm buying.
You can be taking a break.
Yeah, fair.
yeah.
I've been known to
some of
kill
them-
my competition.
The local fishermen are getting up on in this. Some of the Dragonborn Navy seamen. We will.
See ya, Jonathan.
They're all seals, like actual seals.
Yes. They're all people are all gearing up, getting ready for this fishing competition.
Don't swim. Take the dinghy.
Damn it. Damn it.